Welcome back to Cigar Time, your ever so friendly show all about premium cigars and samplers. Samplers.
Samplers.
Speaking of samplers,
That's a segue.
is that a segue or what? I worked all night writing that. And
You
most
can
of
tell.
and most of the morning.
You should get your money back for it.
Welcome back, everybody.
Could
You
be
don't have
back.
to tear me down so fast. I mean, can't I have 1 minute in the bright sunlight?
All right,
Not even 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
Thanks, Al.
We're very pleased to have Jeff Brown back. Jeff is the CEO and major domo of CigarSamplers.com, a sister company of Cigars. And we're very pleased to announce that we're now officially live.
We are live,
At least
CigarSamplers.com.
some of us. anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm live and ready,
Yeah.
ready to
Can
go.
we start smoking now?
We should.
Okay, we'll talk about the cigar in just a few minutes, but why don't you introduce... Oh, thank you.
Ah,
No, he's got the soft flame. I like the soft flame.
all right.
No,
Well,
the lighter's good enough, but the cutter's not.
Well, no, I like the guillotine. I'll take if I'm really forced to, I'll take a V-cut, but I prefer the guillotine. To the guillotine. All right.
well, as Art mentioned, I'm Jeff Brown, and I'm kind of working with the sister company Cigars. We were launched CigarSamplers.com, where we're offering a great variety of cigars to everybody basically in the continental United States, excluding Alaska, Hawaii, and we can't ship to South Dakota and Utah either. We've got, like I said, a huge variety of cigars, all top-notch premium long filler cigars from a lot of your favorite manufacturers that you featured here on the show and some that we haven't featured on the show. We've got a lot of exciting packs, a variety of price points, anywhere from the low teens to up to $139 for 4 cigars. We'll talk about that pack in a minute. There's a lot of great stuff. It's easy to search if you want a nice mild cigar, if you're new to cigars. If you're looking for boutique, you can go on the website and search by vendor, and it'll pull up the different cigar samplers that we have by vendor. I've got a bunch of different samples here. We've got top rated samplers. I got one here that actually averages out the 4 cigars that average a 95.25 rating.
Wow.
And that's
95.25?
95.25. And
Wow,
that's,
you got a ringer in there.
Oh,
you
I
got a
got several.
98.
The pledge.
the pledge was a 98, but the lowest one in there I think was the Oliva Double V, and that was like a 92.
Pretty good cigar.
Yeah, and the newest one, the 601 Blue, just got I think like a 93, and that's in Cigar Aficionado magazine. This isn't rated by Joe's Bodega on Fifth and Liberty.
Wait a minute. I get good
Or
cheese.
Cigar Time TV.
Forget about Joe.
The Joe's Bodega at Fifth and Liberty. No, this is Cigar Aficionado.
That's a real one. It's not like it was rated on Cigar Time.
Yeah, so I mean these are like I said, a great variety, easy to search. The website was pretty much built by me, so the pictures are, sometimes they're a little bit off, but the cigars are not.
I meant to tell you, blue's not a really good color for cigars.
And the beauty of everything, whether you buy 1 pack or whether you buy 20 packs, everything comes with free shipping to your domicile. So
Nice.
That's impressive.
That is.
yeah, so we are excited to go. Like I said, if you want to look for just Honduran cigars, Nicaraguan cigars, Dominican cigars, or you want a true variety, because we're taking 4 different manufacturers and putting them in here. So it's kind of labor intensive, but it's giving you what I believe is the truest variety pack out there. When you see a lot of other websites that you get 5 of this guy and 5 of a different guy, you don't get a nice variety of different cigars. This gives you a chance to try a bunch of different stuff, then go to your favorite cigar shop and pick up a 5-pack or a box.
The only other way you get variety is if you have to buy 10 or 20 cigars. This way you don't have to. You can just buy 4 cigars.
Yep.
8 cigars.
Try it, see what you like,
Yeah.
and then come to Cigars and pick up, like I said, pick up a 5-pack or a box or more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the short of CigarSamplers.com. But go there, register, get in on the social media too, because we're going to be having boatloads of giveaways and just a lot of fun stuff, especially on the Facebook page for CigarSamplers.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're going to go Instagram. We're doing it all That's basically, we're starting out with just social media. So we're gonna, from a little acorn comes big trees, we hope. So
Giant oaks.
that's basically the short version of what we got going on.
Cool. And what are we smoking today?
Smoking the Southern Draw. Jacob's Ladder.
What's the blend on that, Rob?
I don't know, Scott. You have that.
Darn it. It's full-bodied cigar. Uses a Pennsylvania broadleaf for the wrapper. I can't remember the stupid binder and all that. Nicaraguan fillers and a Ecuadorian binder.
Wow.
So there. So yeah, that's typically strong tobaccos.
Yeah.
And a Jacob's Ladder refers to several things. One, it's a flower or a plant, which most of the Southern Draw cigars are named for that.
Yes.
It also refers to something biblical, and it's also their son's name,
Your
Jacob.
son's Jacob.
Yeah, who we met.
We did.
A fine lad.
He is a fine lad. Very tall lad. He's about as tall as Jeff.
I remember being that tall, really.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, and we're smoking it because we're having an event with.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
In 2 days in Downingtown on this Friday from 3 till whenever it's done. We're having an event with Southern Draw. Kevin is back, the former manager, and as importantly, Robert Holt, who is a veteran of the armed forces and the owner of Southern Draw, is going to be there at the event. So
Yeah.
it will, if you've ever been to an event in Downingtown, it is always a good time.
It is.
Yeah, Tom Ott runs a great event.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does.
Tom's great. He knows what he's doing.
These cigars are made by AJ Fernandez. It doesn't say.
I did not know that.
It doesn't say it anywhere on the
Oh, yeah,
cigar.
I get that.
But does it say that? On the box, the bottom of the box, it says made by AJ. So they don't want. AJ doesn't want his name on the cigar because he says he's getting too much.
Too much
Yeah.
press?
Too much saturation.
Yeah, we talked to him about that at the,
Yeah, we did.
at the trade show.
He is hot. I mean,
is.
I got a lot of stuff that's made by AJ.
Yeah?
In the
And
past.
yeah,
Nice.
and cigar samplers. You betcha I do, because I mean that guy he can't make a bad blend.
He's on fire. No
Yeah,
question.
pretty much.
And, you know, he deserves all the credit he gets.
Yeah, I mean, it's odd how, if you work really, really hard, that good things happen from time to time.
Yeah.
Once in a while,
It's unbelievable.
good things do happen.
One thing that's not going to happen is he's not going to get a sunburn.
Yeah. This is a nice little power hitter.
Yeah, I was hesitant that,
To smoke it
Well,
this early.
we're technically it's 7:10 at
Uh-oh.
night, but we actually recorded this in the morning. This isn't live. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, guys.
Oh,
but
no.
This was recorded 3 years ago. So
3 years ago.
But then we won't get into the fact that AJ threatened my life one time, and I was in a pickup truck with him at a farm, and he threatened me and said he was going to bury me out there in the field in Nicaragua.
That's a good place to be left.
Yeah.
and yet you're still carrying stuff. That's nice.
Yeah. We had a little disagreement on pricing for a moment, but
Apparently you've got to resolve. You're still
yes,
here.
I'm still here. So. Yep, I had to throw there was a lot of Spanish in that car that day. Lo siento mucho.
He's good with numbers, though.
Yes, he is. He's
Jeff
good
has
with,
bits. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I was going to say he's good with tobacco. He makes great cigars.
Yes, he does. Jeff has visited
He makes this.
in Central America most of the plantations and factories and so forth and so on in his previous life.
In previous lives,
Lives.
Yeah.
That's true.
a lot of time in Nicaragua, a lot of time in Honduras, a lot of time in the Dominican. There was a time where I was going literally every month to a different country. Did that for over a year. So
Do you miss that? It seems to me like it would be really cool.
it was awesome, to be honest. I mean, it was a great time. More importantly, just when you get to know the people and you get to know the
Yeah.
people in the factory, and you can speak to them, and I mean, they're just anywhere you go in the world, people are people.
Yes.
And if you can joke with them and have a good time with them and stuff like that, and they just like anybody in the United States, they want to have a little bit of fun while they're working and, enjoy themselves, and they do, and they take pride, anywhere you go, they take pride in what they do and the product that they make. So, we're just fortunate to be able to feature this great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When in your travels to the various cigar growing regions, in your opinion, what are the differences between Nicaragua, Honduras, and Dominican, which are the three, beside obviously Cuba, where I've been many, many times, but forget that for a moment. What is there any in how they do things, how they process, how they plant?
Obviously,
different?
well, the microclimates are different.
Right.
The soil's a little bit different. But the processes are essentially the same. I mean, everybody works in pairs, except maybe in Fuente's place. He's got certain people building, crafting the really
Right.
special cigars. But
Seen that too.
99% of them work in pairs. There's a buncher, there's a roller. The processes are the same. I mean, everybody's got curing barns. Some of them are a little bit different, like Perdomo for a while. I noticed they had a machine that planted the tobacco
Yeah,
for
they
them.
do, yeah.
But then they had somebody behind them going and doing,
Yeah, I know.
cleaning it up
I've seen
anyway.
the films of that. Yeah.
So I mean, I was there watching when they first launched that particular machine. So that was something that was a little bit different. But
Nick is really into the agrarian side of things.
oh yeah, I mean, Nick is total
The
vertical.
underground water and everything.
Total vertical integration. I mean, everything's done right there. His box factory is fantastic. But you go into one box factory, you've been to every box factory
Yeah.
just about. You go to, processing the
Can't forget
tobacco,
that
it's
smell.
pretty much the same. Curing the tobacco, aging the tobacco. There's not a lot of differences. It's just the blends that the people come up with that make it unique.
Which is fascinating, considering, how many people work in these factories and how many are called blenders. The consistency of some of the top name cigars always amazes me that they can get it so right so long. Because you're dealing with a plant.
Yeah.
You're dealing with something that a lot of things can affect. I mean, hot, cold, rain, no rain, and then all the different people handling it. It's amazing. The consistency in cigars is always, it's one of the things that amazes me the most.
The one thing that's interesting, I guess, if you took, let's say, a Macanudo from 15, 20 years ago, and you smoked it today, there would be a distinct difference. But they keep so much tobacco, in their aging rooms and stuff like that, that when it does change, it's so subtle over time
Yeah.
that you really can't see a difference, because you can't get that exact same tobacco that you got 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but they keep that profile always the same. And there's certain cigars that I smoke and I know, like, oh, I know who makes this particular cigar just because of the flavor profile
Right.
and the stuff that they do with
We
their.
do blind taste testing here, and we get it right about
0% of the
None percent of the time. Last couple, I had no clue.
I got it right one time.
Because you cheated.
Yeah, but
I didn't fully cheat. I actually knew who made it. I just didn't know the
I
blend.
legitimately almost got it right though.
Yeah, something.
Almost.
Almost.
Unbelievable.
But yeah,
Oh, I meant to tell. I told Rob this, that I went back and watched some of our old shows, and I do exhale through my mouth. I don't exclusively retrohale, so that's good news.
Oh, okay, good.
So those of you who were worried about that, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if I only retrohaled or if I.
It's actually next week's show.
They were losing sleep.
No, it was last week's show.
Next week's show.
Last week's show. Yeah, last week's show. It was last week's show. Next week is taxes.
That's right.
I know. That's why I said it.
oof, taxes. That'll be
Okay.
a fun show.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting.
So you want to talk about this? Probably hands down one of the most difficult samplers to get your hands on
I think
in
it's
the
impossible to do.
in the world. And there's one cigar in there specifically that makes it, darn near impossible to get your hands on. But it's a sampler that, we're coming out of the gates with at Cigar Samplers, and this is it right here.
High roller package.
It is definitely, this isn't for, this particular sampler isn't for, obviously everybody, out there. But let me tell you what, if you want to enjoy something that is hard to find, hard to get, and, obviously for very special occasions, I've got a sampler that will knock your socks off. We start out with the Monte Cristo, the TAA 50th, which you can find, you know, at Cigars and you know, people that are TA members. Then you've got the Davidoff Millennium Blend, which is, you know, a great cigar.
Yeah.
And as we go down, they get a little bit tougher to find. I've got a Fuente Opus X, you know, and that's not something that you can walk into most stores and find readily. But the, I guess the star of the show were the cigars are the stars.
Cigars are the stars.
Cigars are
I
the
love that
stars.
phrase.
Is the Partagas 150, and I believe it's the AA cigar that we have
Yeah.
right now.
Good size.
I mean, I've seen that cigar. The only place I've seen that cigar where I could purchase it was at Club Macanudo in New York City, and they were asking about $200.
Wow.
And I think it was a smaller. I think it was like the A instead of the
size.
double
Yeah.
A. So we've got all those cigars retail value well north of $200, and it's around 139, 129. Don't quote me on it, but with free shipping to your house, and that is, like I said, it's a sampler that you'll never be able to get.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's got the Partagas 150s.
I believe we have the last, you know, remaining inventory of those. I mean, when they got down a few years back, down to less than 500 of them, we bought them all. And I'm sure there's a few laying around, but I've not seen them advertised on the web in what seems like a few years at least. And even when they were advertised, they were well north of $100. And it's a rarity amongst rarities. I mean, they came out in 96, 97.
The wrapper's 43 years
Yeah,
old
exactly.
on that cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
43 years old today, and that's unbelievable. That, you know, it's rated as one of the must smokes that are out there that have ever been made.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is that rare of a cigar. It's super hard to get your hands on, and I've got maybe 30 packs
Yeah.
like that, maybe 30 packs. So get it while you can. Cigarsamplers.com. Telling you.
We figure we start off with something, as you said, knock your socks, rock your socks, whatever. And it's a pack you just can't buy anywhere. You can't buy this kind of stuff like that for that kind of price.
No.
Very interesting.
Very, I mean, it's, again, you know, special occasions, you know, I mean, that would be something, you know, birth of a child or something like that, or,
Yeah.
you know, retirement day or something. I mean, that's,
A Friday.
or this Friday.
Yeah.
And it makes a hell of a gift.
Eagles win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Eagles in the Super Bowl. Oh my God. Oh, God.
I mean, it's gift giving season. I mean, here we are, October.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
you
not
know.
far from it. No.
And I'm telling you, buy these things, buy them
Social
now
media
while you
change.
can. We heat seal these bags, so these cigars are going to stay fresh all the way through the holiday without a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you'll be able to wrap it up, and you know, as long as you don't put it near the furnace or something like that, or leave it sitting right next to the air
Put it in the
conditioner.
refrigerator.
Yeah, don't do that. For the love of goodness, no. No.
I
Why
still
would-
get people to come in and say that. Well, so I put them in the fridge right when I get home. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Stick the piece of apple in there too.
yes.
And that's the other thing with online. A lot of people think they got to take the cigars and let them rest in their humidor for a couple weeks.
Right.
Well, when you do this, when you heat seal them in, they're ready to be smoked right now. Crack that thing open and away you go. Ready to be smoked. So you don't have to rest them or let them sit in a humidor for, you know, a period of time. They're ready.
I don't age cigars. I get them. I smoke them too fast.
Yeah.
I have a
That pack
couple.
would be smoked today if I had it.
I
It ju-
technically I don't keep them to age them. I just sometimes I just like
Forget
having
about
a
'em.
well I like having a box of something. If I smoke one, then I don't have a box of it anymore.
Now,
I-
having
I-
said what I just said, I still have a box of Avo Elio 7s that I
Yeah.
haven't opened up yet.
Yeah.
I've got
I think
I
have
think I have one.
too,
I think
with Avo's autograph on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah. That was
I
a
had
great
whichever
one.
one had no cigar band on it. Was that the 7 or 8? We had 2.
I had both of them. I forget. I smoked one box. I forget the other one.
I'm sure our technical people are flashing a CigarSamplers.com Chiron on the screen quite often, but just to remind you, it's Cigar Samplers, plural, CigarSamplers.com.
Correct. Well, we ship out of PA,
Yep.
and you know, like I said, it's free shipping. So if it takes an extra day, that's okay because you're not paying for shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shipping's expensive.
Yeah.
So please buy 3 or 4 packs at a time.
Yeah, and the other thing, and not that, you know, this is a great time to launch a company. UPS and USPS raised their rates starting October 1st,
That
about
was
30%.
Very nice of them.
And they keep them nice and high all the way through till
30%?
yeah, through the Christmas season, and then January 1 they drop their rates again.
Wow.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of a captive audience. There's really
Well,
no-
remember, their expenses go up too. In all fairness, they have to put on extra people for the Christmas rush. And I'm not trying to defend a 30% increase, which is rather draconian, but they do have extra expenses around the holidays. If last year is any indication, you know, it's costly.
yeah.
You know, I walked out of my house yesterday and to walk my dog, and there were no less than 6 packages sitting at the front door.
Your house sounds like my daughter. Every day,
6.
several times a day, I might add.
From the time I got home till I walked the dog, like an hour later.
What are you, rich?
No, it's not me. None of that was for me.
My kid gets a kick out of pushing on a certain large online merchant.
Yeah.
She pushes the button, boom, and she counts down the minutes till it's delivered to the front door. She lives in suburban Washington, so they get same-day service. Now, it's amazing to me how they do it. But
It really is.
that's another issue. Well, we're all excited about CSI. Internally, we call it CSI, Cigar Sampler.
CSI Horsham.
Huh?
CSI Horsham.
It's a show. Dun,
Good
Good idea for a show.
dun, dun.
But we're all excited. Jeff is a well thought of man in our industry, and he's worked for several large companies in the online business, and this is our first real venture into the online business.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, just we're opening up with, say in the ballpark of around 100 different variety packs. And like I said, I got something for everybody. Yeah, if you want super mild, if you're just beginning, if you're looking for, gifts, a lot of people, they buy cigars like they buy wine. So they would look to something like this and go, oh, okay, it's 95 rated, it's under $30, and it's delivered to my house, or I can, change the shipping address and have it delivered to whoever I want to have it delivered to. Like I said, they buy wine like they buy cigars. They just go, okay, 95, it must be good.
Yeah.
And it's great. We've got a little bit of everything, and then stay tuned, keep looking, because A, I'm adding new packs every week, and B, we're going to have obviously the cigarsamplers.com is what we're going to be doing a lot of. But as time goes, as we get our hands on some closeouts, maybe some boxes and bundles and things like that, that might be a great flash sale for the weekend. So sign up for the emails, and just watch what's going on in social media. I'm sure I'll announce when we're doing something out of the cigarsamplers .com world, where we're doing like I said, a box or a bundle that might be closed out by somebody or something like that.
And also, not this minute, but sometime in the future, we'll have a monthly subscription, pack of the month kind of thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but not
Just
right this minute.
give us time. We got to get our proverbial feet wet first. But I mean, and then I'm talking down the road too, where I may go pay a visit to some of my friends' factories, and maybe we have a cigarsampler.com exclusive cigar or cigars that are going to be made just for us that are going to be phenomenal.
It's exciting.
Oh yeah.
And the lessons we learned last year, our retail stores were closed in most cases for a couple months, and I thought, as bad as that was, we could never get caught flat-footed again. And ergo, when we met up with Jeff, the online situation became a reality, and we never want to get caught short again. And hopefully.
Why you look at Rob?
Yeah, well, you looked right
I
at
don't
me.
know, I
when you
can't
said
help it.
short
If I
again.
didn't, he would
What
have.
was that? Right.
And it's just an extension of our business, and we got probably the greatest guy to do it. And we're really, really excited about this, and I hope you will be when you see the quality of the packs and the prices and the free freight. It's a win-win for everybody.
It definitely is. Definitely.
Jeff, you have a podcast, correct?
Oh yeah, Friday night.
I do a Facebook Live on Friday night, and I have a Jay Bro Show podcast on YouTube that I do from time to time. It's been a lot of different. I have cigar manufacturers, and I have stuff that just interests me. Like I have Chef Nicole Brisson. I did one. She's one of the top chefs out in Vegas right now, and she's been for a while. And I also had another one with Robert Wayman, who does like custom knives.
Yeah, nice.
You know, beautiful, beautiful work and stuff like that. So it's not just cigars; it's a little bit of lifestyle and stuff like that. But to be honest, launching this has set me back a little bit. You know, I've been doing been doing a little bit of work with the website
to say the
and the
least.
photography and the copy, and you know, I'm going to be the guy that's packing it. I'm going to be the guy shipping it to you. So. Yeah, I've been a little bit busy with that, and the podcasts have kind of fallen off a little bit. But go take a look because
You
there's.
kept the Friday show going though, right?
I keep the Friday show going, but in a couple weeks, it's going to be the Friday show is going to be talking more about cigar samplers and featuring different samplers that,
Right.
that we built that week,
That's
and
cool.
and also the raffle items. You know, it's a lot of fun to give away free stuff. I got grills, I got a rolling cart, I've got tchotchkes like crazy. I've got hats
kind of
and I don't want to do T-shirts because everybody's different. The average in the cigar business is a 2X, but then you're going to find somebody that's like, no, I want a 6X, or I want a small. Yeah, I want a medium.
Nobody wants a small.
No, there's no.
There are no small.
So I'll try to stay away from clothing, but except for like hats and stuff like that. But lighters, cutters, ashtrays.
Awesome.
Giving away all kinds of great stuff.
Well, you can see we're excited.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm
we're
excited.
live now.
I'm
So
excited with the
this
kids,
has
yeah.
been going for a while now to get started, and we're all excited about it. We're not going to review this cigar, correct?
Nah,
It's a good
No.
cigar.
it's a great cigar. And come try it next 2 days
Yeah,
on Friday.
August 8th.
in Downingtown.
October 8th. Downingtown.
Downingtown,
Robert Holt.
3 o'clock.
Robert Holt's a good guy.
And Kevin.
Yeah,
And
he
Kevin
is.
Searman.
Yeah, he's a great guy. His wife.
And Tom Ott.
Tom Ott. Yeah. You won't be there, man.
Yeah.
No. Well, there has to be something lacking. They'll somehow carry on without you.
Somehow.
It won't be easy.
No, I got to work that day.
Wow.
No, Fridays is one of the days I
So
work.
that's the day.
That's
That's the
it's-
day.
Now you
We're
know.
arguing about it. I said Saturday, you said Friday. You were
Now
right.
you know.
Well, Jeff, we're as excited as you are, and I know you are.
I'm calm right now. When you see me on social media, I'll be going crazy
Well, I
and
watch the
having
Friday
fun
night show all the time.
and having a good time.
I get a
So
kick out of it. I like when you spin the wheel and
I'm gonna have all that plus a lot more. Who knows? There may even be Plinko involved.
Plinko.
That's to be determined. We'll talk.
Well, we as we come to the close of our show, we want to thank Jeff very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And like I say, we're all excited and can't wait to be shipping our first pack, and that should be momentarily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just want to remind everybody, stay tuned for Cigar Time Outlet Show, where you can save a lot of money in our own value packs. And we'll see you next week.
Life's
Bye-bye
too
for
short to
now.
smoke cheap
Everybody.
cigars.
All right.